guys, sound check. Can you hear me okay? Good, good. So let's go in full screen mode. So welcome back guys, hope you're all well. Feels like it's been a while since I did this. So I've got a new aircraft, as you probably noticed, Challenger 300 I think it is. It's pretty cool, pretty decent on frame rates. And it's quite detailed as well, to be fair, as you can see. You can even play music. Not exactly my choice of music, to be honest, but still quite funny. Sounds a bit like a horror movie. Now it's starting to sound a bit more classical, isn't it? Anyway, it's a cool little touch. Yeah, so there's all sorts of things you can open and move. You can go into different rooms. I guess some sort of change room. You can open the side door here. There you go. Some spoiler. Yeah, so this is X-Plane 10 aircraft, but they released an update, so it works with X-Plane 11, which is good. It's pretty cool because when you move around the cabin, you can hear the sound changing a little bit, the volume of it. See, gone. Get back in, you can hear it. It's pretty cool. It sounds really dramatic, doesn't it? There's a blind there, cockpit. Not sure if you can open any of this here. It's not really that important. And of course you can open the door. Here you go. There's the birds, they're back again. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool little aircraft. So I have not flown it at all, so I thought I'd save it for the stream. So no idea how the systems in this aircraft works. I'm sure it's not too complicated, and I don't know what it handles like. Don't know how to use autopilot. So the only thing I've done is explored the cabin, as you can see. Anyway, let's jump back in the cockpit. I think we can just do that. There we go. So there's a cockpit. So it's pretty good actually, to be fair. So this is currently on the Orc store for $19, which I thought was pretty good, to be fair. Very reasonable, so I thought I'd get it. Something different. I don't normally fly private jets, but yeah, I thought I'd buy it and give it a try. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Anyway, let's go flying, I think. Just gonna add one more notch of flaps because I really don't know how powerful this aircraft is. That runway looks quite short. Anyway, soon find out, won't we? Yeah, reflections does work, so as you can see. Maybe a little bit too much on the reflections. Still, looks good. Okay, let's go for it. I've not even heard the engine sounds. So this is everything I'm doing here is for the first time, apart from exploring the cabin.
Configuration.
Oops, that was the trim.
Configuration.
Ooh, just about. Wow, that smoke is so in it looks like in beta 8, however you want to say it, they've gone a little bit too extreme with the smoke effect. Don't like it. Just it looks like the plane's very unhealthy, the engines. Hi Parsat, welcome back to the channel. So we're flying the Challenger 300. It's a new aircraft that I've purchased today. It's pretty good so far. Just going to do a short circuit and see what it's like performance wise flying it. Seems pretty easy to handle so far. Hi Steve. Yeah, I'm not sure when we're serving drinks. But we've got music here, so that's all good. We can lift this table out. There we go. What I noticed just before I started the stream, I was trying to get this this view a little bit closer to the window, but this is the closest I can get, which is a bit annoying. But it's okay. I think that's really cool how the sound volume changes depending where you are. Hi Hassan. So what PC do I use? I've built my own PC. So it's currently running at 4.7 gigahertz. I have the GTX 1080 and 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I'm I have two 1 terabyte solid states, I think. Yeah,
Davison
so pretty
AAF
decent.
Information India. 1000 Zulu weather.
I did not ask you to speak,
Wind
so
280 at 6.
how do
Visibility
I shut this up
more
then?
than 10. Sky conditions 1100 scattered. Temperature.
There we go. It's better. Hi Tony. Hi Luna. How's your throat? I always find after the stream you get a sore throat. It's all the talking, isn't it? So Tony, no route, no planned route. I don't do such things in beta version of X-Plane. Just playing around really, just checking out scenery, weather, and this lovely little aircraft that I purchased earlier from the Orc store. It's only $19. I thought it was a bargain, and it's pretty detailed to be fair, and it's really good on the frames too, which I'm pleasantly surprised with. So Tony, what does the DXB stand for in your name? I assume it's Dubai. You can just still about hear that music, can't you? That's hilarious. So there's an airport just over there, and over there actually. We can go and land somewhere. Yeah, for sure. Water's good. Just going to bring up the FPS counter because I'm really impressed of how smooth it is with this aircraft. So yeah, mid 40s, probably a little bit more from the outside. Yeah, 50, which is pretty good considering I've got SkyMax Pro enabled. So for those of you who are used to my channel, you will know that I hardly use SkyMax Pro. I'm a big fan of XEnviro, but since Beta 8, it killed the performance of my X-Plane having XEnviro, where it used to be the opposite. SkyMax Pro used to kill the performance of X-Plane, but now it's sort of switched. So no real impact with you know, using SkyMax Pro, which is strange, but there we go. That's what you get when it's not final version. Thought so, Tony. I'm off to Dubai tomorrow night for 2 weeks. So unfortunately no live streaming for me for a couple of weeks, but I was thinking of vlogging some of it. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that sort of thing. I'm flying on Emirates on the 380. So where are we? I just picked somewhere random. I like just picking random places. I think it's Kilo Foxtrot Romeo, where I took off from, somewhere in the US. So let's see, that's a pretty big airfield there. What's the closest? There we go, Washington. Hi Matteo, nice to have you back again. Yeah, Hassan, I would agree with William. If you can, if you know how to overclock your CPU, X-Plane and P3D and all those sorts of sims are very CPU dependent. And you can have the best graphics card in the world. It won't really mean much unless you've got pretty decent CPU. Should meet in Dubai. I'm meeting quite a lot of people actually in Dubai. The main reason I'm going is for business, so I'm getting paid to go for 2 weeks, which is nice. But no doubt I'll be exploring and seeing cool things around there. I go to Dubai quite a lot, especially for business. So well, not a lot, but I went last March, February. Yeah. So I've been quite a few places this year. Dubai, Zurich, Prague, all on business pretty much. Yeah, I agree. 380 all the way. It's very comfortable. It's big and big, heavy, and you can't really feel anything. It's just such a comfortable flight. I think this airport is far too small to land this. Don't know what I'm doing. So Steve, what's brilliant? The music? It's quite dramatic, isn't it? Yeah, I'm far too high for this approach. Should have carried on and flown to Washington. Might have to do a touch and go, I reckon. Not much here anyway. I think I'm getting a sink rate warning.
Configuration.
Yeah, it's not liking the fact that I'm
Configuration.
doing a go around.
Configuration.
It's freaking out. That was really funny.
Configuration. Too low.
Oh yeah, the the 380 business class and first class is just something else. It really is. Pasta, so you're flying. You get to fly the 380 Lufthansa. What's that? A full motion sim or? Hi Roy. Good to see you again. Well, thanks, Steve. I think that landing wasn't amazing, though. Or touch and go, should I say? Yeah, it's a bit bizarre why suddenly SkyMax Pro is performing really well in this version, and XenVR is having it's giving me FPS drops. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I'm liking this jet. It's a pretty cool little jet. Haven't this is as I say, this is the first time I've flown it in this stream, so I have no idea how to operate any of these things, but I'm sure it's all roughly the same. There we go, autopilot. There we go, altitude, hold. There we go. Heading. Push to sync. There we go. Getting some sort of warning. It says your damper off and X bleed open. So I guess I have no idea where the yaw damper is in this. So I think we might have to disable the autopilot to get rid of that sound. Oh well, that's okay. Can hand fly it. Yeah, I haven't had the pleasure of flying Etihad yet, actually. Mainly, I guess mainly because my final destination normally is Dubai. Otherwise, I'll be landing in Abu Dhabi and then getting some sort of coach or taxi to Dubai. I'm not too keen on that, really. Hi, Dutch Hollander. Yeah, Steve. That would be fun, wouldn't it, flying this through the Mach Loop? Ah, interesting, Parser. That's cool. That's I should think that's quite a long flight. Wow. Wow, that is that's insane. That's some distance you got to cover. Tony, funny you say that. I have seen that 380 sim. They've even got sort of like a check-in desk and whatever. It's really cool. But I think it runs on P3D. I saw it last time I went in February, and when I saw it was P3D, I was put off a little bit because I was watching someone flying and it seemed quite laggy. And they've got this amazing looking sim and just using pretty basic software. Say basic, I mean P3D isn't that basic, but you know what I mean, it's not really the best thing to use. I think X-Plane probably do better in a sim like that, to be fair. So have you tried it, Tony? Is it any good? Pretty big airfield this, isn't it? Airport, should I say. Is that 4 runways? 4 runways. Oh, I've still got that music going. So recently I've been getting strange copyright claims against my videos, because apparently they can hear music in my videos, which is not true. This video will definitely get a copyright claim, but I don't care. I don't care if I don't make money on these.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Yeah, I was overspeeding slightly there. So Parsa, no, it's not XEnviro. It's SkyMax Pro. I'm having some issues with XEnviro in beta 8 of X-Plane. It's causing a performance drop, where I used to have that problem with SkyMax Pro, but now SkyMax Pro seems to be performing pretty well. Strange. Yeah, that's right, Roy. They probably have some sort of license, to be fair. It looks like a pretty well set up they have there, so I don't think they'll be breaking any laws. You know, it's a like an Emirates 380 sim,
Landing gear.
and they've got
Landing
like a
gear.
check-in desk, and
Landing
you know
gear.
they've really made some
Landing gear.
effort to make it
Landing
look
gear.
like, you know, to give you that sort
Landing gear.
of feeling that you're about to fly.
Landing gear.
Once again, too high. This plane doesn't like to slow down. Need to pitch up a little bit. Get some, just kill off some of the speed. Yeah, I did as well, funny enough, Tony. But the guys that work there, I don't think they care too much about the actual software. Probably don't know. They didn't seem to know much about the software, to be fair. In fact, one of them said it was a Microsoft flight sim, and I knew it wasn't because I could see from the user interface it was P3D. But I think, yeah, I think X-Plane would perform better on that, even if they didn't turn up the settings to high anything. I think it would just be a lot better for them for that sim. I've always overclocked my PC. Well, I'd say me. Actually, one of my friends, he's a engineer. He's head engineer for an IT for a company. So he overclocks my PCs, and we've always overclocked them. I've never really ever had an issue. I know they say, you know, it reduces the life of the CPU and whatever, but for me personally, I never keep a CPU more than 2 years. Always upgrading, so I don't care really. It burns out after that. So it's a pretty good airport for default. Probably shouldn't be distracted while I'm landing. install. Is that music again? I think these days CPUs can handle quite a lot, to be fair. The technology's, you know, a lot better than what it used to be. So there we have it. I'm liking this jet actually. It's a fun little jet to fly. And it's pretty detailed as well, and they've obviously made it compatible with XP11. Get all the reflections on now, which look pretty good. Aha, that's interesting. There were no pilots earlier. For some reason, no pilots now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to load up somewhere else now. You guys you know where I'm going to fly from now. It's one of my favourite spots in the UK. What I'm going to do, I think I might change it up. I'm going to change it up to the Twin Star. I did actually use this aircraft in my last stream. But for those of you who wasn't, you know, if you went on the last stream, be a good option to see this. It's another Paywa aircraft that I've got. Nice little aircraft. I think it's DA40 Twin Star or something. So Wachia, the FSX landing feeling with SDock is much better than X-Plane. I've never really used the SDock. I guess it's similar to, well, here it's similar to X camera. I have X camera installed, but I've never really worked out how to use it. What would you say makes it better? Is it sort of like the movement, the head shake or something? Thank you, Steve. Very kind. Hope to see you again soon. Yeah, Alec, hi. Yeah, I know about the music. I've had a few copyright claims, but not for playing music. Apparently, their software picked up some sounds in the aircraft. You know, where you've got the cabin sound, people talking, whatever. Apparently, they picked it up as music. Anyway, you can dispute it, and then they just say, yeah, it's fine, whatever. But with the flight that I just did, I don't think I can argue that one, to be fair. I don't care. So we're in the UK at an airfield called Echo Golf Tango Echo, which is Exeter. So I've got some ortho scenery, photo scenery installed here for you guys to see if you haven't seen it before, but I'm sure most of you have. I was fine with photo scenery, my frame rates are much better. Much better. So you may notice it's slightly different to previous time that I've flown in this photo scenery. The main difference here is that I've disabled GB Pro. GB Pro adds autogen everywhere. Not just buildings, but sort of factories, trees, hedges. You can see here it's quite flat because it's just using X-Plane's default autogen. So you can see here some houses and trees and whatever. They're still situated where they're supposed to be, but it's not as good as GB Pro 2. The only problem is with Beta 8, GB Pro 2 is not that great. It gave me quite a bad FPS hit, so I've disabled it. So I'm just sticking with the default scenery. See, there's still trees and buildings and roads and cars and whatever, but GB Pro 2 definitely makes this a lot more, or it gives it a more sort of a 3D feel, which is pretty good. Thanks, Roy. Take care. Still looks good though. Certainly adds a lot more realism to it, doesn't it? I was hoping there was going to be an update this Friday, because they normally launch the new versions of X-Plane beta versions on a Friday evening UK time, I guess. So I was kind of hoping there was going to be one, but there wasn't. I'm sure by the time I come back from Dubai, then maybe 9 and maybe even 10. Who knows? It might even be released. There were rumours that it was going to be released between mid-Feb and end of Feb. So who knows? It's really good. The detail of the clouds in the SkyMax Pro. It's just, yeah, it was a shame because only up until now, yeah, I've not been able to use SkyMax Pro at all. It's just, it was really bad for me on my frames. And now, it's brilliant. See it averaging around the 40 mark, sometimes 50. Yeah, that's all the default autogen that X-Plane 11 gives you. Pilot looks swagged up. Look at that. No hands. It's a trick. Flying trick. Yeah, so obviously X-Plane's using OSM, OpenStreetMap. So they're placing all the roads, buildings, everything exactly where it's supposed to be. That's quite clever because the good thing about using OSM, companies like Google and Bing, they're also using OSM to, you know, for their photo scenery or photo maps or whatever you want to call it, satellite imagery. And that's why you get this almost perfectly. Everything's placed. Look at that. See, you can see where the roads are supposed to be, and it's plotted exactly where it's ought to be. Amazing. I think this is only going to get better with time. These maps are going to get better quality. Which the only downside, I guess, will need more storage. Put this on. Yeah, it does look a little bit like David Beckham, doesn't it? Hi, Lance. No, nothing really here is default apart from the Autogen. So weather is SkyMax Pro, SkyMax Pro 4. This aircraft is not default. It's a DA40, I think, Twin Star. DA42, there we go, it says it there. And I'm using here Bing Maps for my scenery. To be fair, the default stuff is really good, especially in X-Plane 11. It's just for me, I don't know, the photo scenery really does add a lot of realism. I do like it. So, Pastor, you'd like to see it in night time to make it a little bit dark. Is that okay, or do you want me to go darker than this? You can still make out the photo scenery even at this time of day, which is pretty cool. And I guess the light rendering just adds sort of a layer on top of it, so it just makes it look like the scenery's the scenery's actually changing to the light settings, but obviously it isn't, because it's just pictures, isn't it? Let's go a bit darker then. There you go, how about that? Can go darker than that if you like. So as you notice there, so that's obviously the lights on aircraft reflecting on the cloud. But as you can see, even in Beta 8, they haven't fixed this moon issue. You've got these lovely rings, as you can see, around the moon, and you can't really see the moon. It's sort of hidden, but it's the center of all these rings. But there we go. If we change the time, we can try and get rid of it. I think by the time it sets in the west, the sun will start coming up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a horrible issue that they need to sort out. I'm sure they will. Unfortunately, Tony, there's not much going on with Dubai in X-Plane 11, which is disappointing. So, I don't know if you guys know, there's a Facebook group called Next Generation X-Plane 11 or something like that. So it's a pretty cool group, Facebook group. And recently I noticed some pictures of people flying in X-Plane 11 in Dubai scenery, and it looks like they've taken, is it Flight Tampa? FSX Dubai scenery, and they've converted it so they can actually use it in X-Plane, which is really clever. I have no idea how they did that, but it looks good. Somehow it works. But the default stuff here in X-Plane for Dubai is plain. No pun intended. Yeah, I do miss GB Pro 2, because you can see all that is flat, really flat, and that definitely added depth to it, which I really liked.
500.
So this airport is where I flew an aircraft called Bulldog, which is an aerobatics aircraft. When I was 16 years old, I learnt to do, well, fly and do aerobatics. So I was able to fly planes before I could drive cars, which was funny. So I have another cool place to show you. I think some of you may have seen it on the last stream. So let's head over there. This time, I think we'll go for the Airbus. It's still not, it's not ideally optimized for X-Plane 11. There are some issues with it. I still love it, so might as well go for it. Yeah, Tony, I'm gonna have to work out how to do that, because the Flight Tampa scenery is really good, and if I can get it in X-Plane, amazing. I tried downloading some photo scenery for Dubai. The desert looks pretty good, but the city doesn't look too great, unfortunately. Well, thank you, Steve. They're not normally that smooth on this channel. So, Nice scenery, there's a lot going on, so I don't expect the frames to be that great. Not too bad, mid-30s. The reason why I say that is because we have payware scenery. Let's just move this forward a little bit. Let's get this thing started.
Starting engine 1, starting engine 2.
This is not where you start an aircraft, by the way, guys. On the runway. Yeah, so what we have here is payware scenery for Nice, and it looks incredible. Really detailed, as you can see. There's the birds again, dreaded birds. They cause a lot of problems for me, these birds. Parser, yeah, normally I would say, well, in the last few versions of X-Plane, it has been pretty harsh on the FPS, but in 8 it seems to be okay. I mean, you can see I'm getting, what, 30s, 40 when I'm not looking towards the airport. Yeah, it's pretty decent. I expected it to be worse than this, considering I'm doing a live stream as well, because I normally lose, as I always tell you guys, I lose around 10 FPS streaming for whatever reason, but no, it seems to be okay. I can't wait for them to update this though for X-Plane 11. I think that'd be really good. Let's get rid of that. Jump back in. So you can see some of the few issues in X-Plane 11 is the lighting. So some of these things are, this is the maximum I can turn it up. So if we make it daytime, obviously they're brighter, so it's better. So might as well leave it like that, so we can see what's going on. Okay, let's go flying. Actually, before we take off, I might as well show you around here, show you how cool it is. So as I say, this is payware scenery, hence the detail. So there's a lot going on. See, it's pretty good. So even the jetways are transparent. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this airport. Yeah, that's right, Callum. X-Plane 10 definitely had less airports, and believe it or not, from what I understand, even the beta version of X-Plane 11 doesn't have all the airports that will be shipped with the final release. So that's pretty cool. Definitely made more of an effort with X-Plane 11. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool payware airport, this, isn't it? It's pretty big as well. I never really realised how big the airport in Nice is till I purchased this. Because I think in the default version of X-Plane, there's not much going on this end of the airport. Wow, just noticed that message there. That's interesting, isn't it? Stop engine and APU, fine up to 20,000 euros. Wow. So we're in south of France, Nice, and I'm using PhotoScenery here too, as you can see. It's pretty good. I'm curious to see if I switch it up to Xenviro.
Cockpit is too hot.
Let's get rid of that. By the way, that is default weather for X-Plane, and as you can see, my frames have suddenly dropped. The clouds, you know, they're actually modeled really well, better than the other, you know, SkyMax Pro, and in terms of particles, I mean, see the density of it, but the downside to it is FPS hit. And they always seem dark and angry. But I read one of the developers' notes for X-Plane 11. They're going to be working on this. They're going to improve the clouds and the weather in the default X-Plane, which will be good. So let's get Xenviro in here. There we go. That's more like it, isn't it? I'm sure this is not the weather in south of France, so it's probably loading it now. Let's see if it closes it. It might be. I could be wrong. Okay, fair enough. So it's just a bit hazy in the distance, a little bit cloudy here and there. There's something strange about it though with Xenviro. Although the frames seem okay, it just has this laggy feel about it. It's a bit strange. Yeah, I will do, Tony. Thank you. I do subscribe to Q8 Pilot and a few others, Luna as well. So he's Luna's quite new, like myself. So for those of you not familiar with Luna, go check him out. Anyway, let's go flying. Hi, Judman. Good to see you. It's been a while since we've spoken. Thanks for the tag in Reddit earlier. That was very good.
Park brake off.
Very useful. I did try it, and unfortunately it didn't really fix the problem I have with the hat switch. As you can see, it's still a little bit slow. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they meant there. We're just going to take off and fly north of here. There's some amazing scenery. So see what just happened to the aircraft? It just erratic. That's it just shows it's not compatible with X-Plane 11. Doing weird things from time to time. I've sort of gotten used to flying it. It gives you odd warnings from time to time too. And the trim is very, very sensitive on it too. But as I say, I've gotten used to it, and hopefully they'll update it soon enough. Yeah, a bit strange, Judgment. I decided to read up a little bit about it. Apparently, they need to add a sensitivity option in the hat switch section. The other stuff that that guy was referring to was this stuff here. So yeah, that's nice and smooth. That's just about the right speed, but the hat switch could be a lot faster than this. Yeah, so I'm getting,
Speed is not okay.
as you can see, I'm getting, excuse me, stuttering issues with Xenviro. Let's switch it off. There you go. Bizarre, isn't it? Anyway, so this is south of France. Can leave the weather as it is. I think it's fine. Get a good view of the Alps shortly.
Autopilot 1, cross-check.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, there we go. That should be better. Let's climb to 16,000 or something. That should be okay.
Speed is not okay for next flaps position.
Just gonna nose down a little bit because I need to speed this thing up. Raphael, I just copied the aircraft across and it worked. So I can't say I've done anything special to make it work. Are you having problems flying in X-Plane 11?
Speed is not okay for next flaps position. Speed is not okay for next flaps position. Speed is not okay for next flaps position. Speed is not okay for next flaps position.
Yeah, this thing is freaking out.
Speed check. Flaps 0.
Okay, I think I'm gonna get auto throttle on. There we go. Yeah, that should be okay. There we go. Anyway, check out the scenery. Yeah, I mean, this is not going to look as good as, sorry, the default's not going to look as good as this, is it? Let's face it. Just looks incredible. There's an odd texture going on here on the tail. Almost looks like ice, doesn't it? This is also something that really annoys me. Look at that shadow. The lines of the shadows are not straight at all. Very bizarre. Well, it's been like that, to be fair, for a while. Thanks, Steve. Take care. See you soon. It is Judman. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Just about make out Nice Airport just there in the distance. I mean, believe it or not, this is zoom level 17. And look, you don't get when you zoom in, you don't get the blurry effect. It's just really amazing. There you go. Look at that. Stay sharp. genius. The person who came up with Author for XP, the tool, to be able to do this is just genius. It really is very clever. Can you see that, guys? It's getting darker. It's funny that, because I read someone had this issue, and apparently it's oxygen issue. It's hypoxia. I'm passing out. Wow. Okay, that's never happened to me before. So that's cabin pressure issue, I should think. There we go, it's doing it again. I don't think this is gonna fix it, to be fair. I think we need to declare emergency, guys. Yeah, Tony, as you can see, very buggy. I've completely blacked out, apparently. So, I have no idea how to fix this, guys, I'm afraid. I wonder if we got some oxygen. Like the Flight Factor, you can get the gas mask, oxygen mask on, but you can't in this one. You're gonna have to put up with the fact that it's just gonna keep going dark. I'm gonna disable autopilot. Just hand fly it. Very strange. That's the first time I've experienced that. I've read people's comments saying it happened to them, but I've never experienced it, and that was the first time. Very bizarre. The thing is, they're not going to update their add-ons, are they? Till X-Plane 11's finally released. It wouldn't make sense then. They'll constantly be updating it to try and keep up with the different beta versions of X-Plane. So I get it. I shouldn't really be flying it, but I love the Airbus. Yeah, it's not going to work. I'm just going to keep blacking out. Maybe I need a drink or something. I wonder if I decrease the altitude.
Spoilers full.
Technically, it should fix it, right, guys? I think I'm right. So we get, I guess, below 10,000 feet. You don't get. Well, the hypoxia is a lot lower risk, isn't it? It's only at 10,000 above if you start blacking out. There we go. So descending seemed to fix the problem. Anyway, you can probably sit at this altitude now. Probably enough. Yeah, this plane is really buggy. The more I fly it, the more I realise that it's got some serious issues. So you can see here where the Bing Maps changes. See the tiles? There's a line, nice straight line that goes right across there. as well fly towards the coast, fly back to the airport.
Autopilot 1, cross-check.
Yeah, this thing keeps, even autopilot in this is freaking out.
Autopilot 1, cross-check.
Yeah, it's got all sorts of issues. This. That's okay, as long as we don't crash. That's the main thing. There's some sort of marina down there. What I'd love to do is get some sort of sporty car and drive around this part of the world. These roads look just incredible. I have family and friends who've done that. Got supercars and they've driven along these windy roads through tunnels. You can see all the tunnels down there. Amazing. I would love to do that. Okay, there we go. So hopefully I think we got it under control now, guys. See, that's this is another issue with the shadow. See inside. Look at that horrible jaggedy line. I wonder what's doing that. Is that just a bug in X-Plane, or that? I think it is X-Plane because I think that some of the default aircraft display shadows like that. Pretty sure of it. At least the scenery looks good. Hi, Dean. Yeah, I think I agree with William. It'd probably be cheaper to build it yourself, but it's only if you know how to, I guess, or if you've got friends or family who can help you do that. There's a little sailboat down there. But yeah, I guess it depends whether you know someone and whether you want the hassle of building one yourself. To be fair, it's not that difficult these days. And YouTube is a great source for learning things, to be fair. Let's tune the ILS. So let's change this across. .040, I think that should be okay. There we go. And that one. think I need to slow this beast down now. Yeah, Tim, I think, hi, I'm not sure if you're new to the channel as well, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the shadow issue was also in X-Plane 10. I think you're right. Dean. Yeah, slightly different, I would say. Okay, I need to get this thing down. Wow, this whole plane is just really buggy, to be fair. Definitely did not disengage the autopilot then. Oh well, looks like a manual descent. It's gonna have to be. That's okay, I don't mind flying it manually. Whoa, it's really erratic. There we go, at least the airport's just there. I think we need to change up this plane. It's no good. Yeah, that's the thing, Dean. It is about whether you can do it and whether you can be bothered to do it. I do have that mentality, by the way. You know, if it's easier to pay someone to do it, just pay them to do it. I can't be bothered with the stress of doing certain things. Yeah, no idea what happened there, guys. Sorry about that.
Gear down. Speed check. Flaps 1.
I think it's OBS, the software that I'm using for live streaming. It's done that once before. Very annoying. For some reason, just cuts me off.
Speed check. Flaps 2.
I'm not sure if there's any other software that you can use for streaming. I mean, OBS works quite well, but you know, that's the second time it's just cut me off, which is not ideal, especially when I'm just about to land.
500. 400.
Yeah, this is quite a steep descent, to be
300.
fair.
Too low. Terrain.
That's okay, we've got a long runway.
Terrain.
200.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
100.
Too low. Terrain.
50. 40.
Too low.
30.
Terrain.
20.
This plane
Too
is
low.
very,
Terrain. Too low.
very dodgy.
Terrain.
Somehow we made it. Still managed to use almost the whole runway though. It was very quick, fast approach.
Flaps 3, flaps 2, flaps 0.
Come on, that did not deserve a clap. So it seems that I've got some conflict with the scenery here. Because see, double taxi lines. And I noticed that on the runway actually. So I'm not sure what that's up. What's up with that? Yeah, so it seems like there's some other scenery trying to load. Because see that flicker there? Apparently that's caused when there's when it's sort of like two buildings layered on top of each other, so that both objects are sort of fighting for a position. That's why you get that weird effect. Can you all still hear me okay, by the way? Yeah, I've got double markings here, as you can see. That can't be doing performance any good. The same with the building here, see? Something's definitely up there. Hi Brandon, welcome to the channel. Do I use any add-ons for the water? No, I don't. It's default water, Explain water. Have I tried the Flight Factor 767? Yes, I have it actually. I did try and load it up earlier and I had a problem with it, so again, could be this version of Explain is causing all these problems with the add-ons. Yeah, there's as you can see, there's conflicting taxiway markings there. It's like that one definitely shouldn't be there. It's probably my fault. I've probably done something wrong with the overlays. Must be, right? Pretty cool scenery though. I can't remember what, so I'm actually using yeah, SkyMax Pro. Yeah, that's too many taxi lines, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely not normal. I'm wondering actually if it's the default Nice airport showing up with a new payware. Because I noticed it on the runway as well when I was landing. I think it was this one runway here. Yeah, so you got double markings. Interesting. I have to try and see how to fix that. Anyway, let's head to Boston, I think. Let's do a helicopter. Fancy doing something different. Saw a Lunar stream earlier and he was flying the helicopter. I've got an appetite for flying a helicopter now. Let's do it. So what camera am I using? Hi Skylar, I think you're new to the channel as well. I'm just using the default X-Plane camera stuff. I've just set it on my joystick so I can move around freely, pan around, which is good. So the scenery is Bing Maps, and the tool that I use to download Bing Maps, Bing Map tiles should I say, is Orthofoot XP. So I'm going to change time of day, so I think let's change it up a little bit. And I think what I'll do is get Xenviro in here. Actually, we'll leave it as it is. I'm just going to add just a different weather situation. There we go, that'll do. So, we are in Boston, guys. Hi, Be Original. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hit 1,000 subscribers. Not too bad for, I think it took 6 weeks, 6 or 7 weeks. So, what we have here is Boston Logan Airport. And believe it or not, this is a freeware scenery. How about that? We were talking about Fly Tampa earlier, but I'd say this is almost as good, you know. Maybe even better. There's a lot of stuff going on here too. And the lighting as well. The lighting at X-Plane, you can't beat it. No way. It's just incredible. There's a big ship out there moving. You can see that the lights actually have an effect on... See how that truck is lit up under that light now? Same with the aircraft there. The light's shining off it. So when I can't remember when it was now, maybe a few years ago, I did a road trip around the east coast of America. Not the whole east coast to be fair, but we started off in Boston. I have family that live in Boston, and so when we landed in Boston, we actually I can show you. So we landed on that runway there. I should get rid of that. What's that? Oh, I think that's that moon again. I hate that moon. So we landed on this runway here, and we came off the runway on that exit there, and then we were forced to wait there for about 30 minutes. It was just so frustrating. We had no idea why. And then the pilot over there the intercom said that President Obama landed just before us, and we were sat, me and my partner, we were sat on the aircraft here on the right side of the aircraft, and you could see all the police cars and everything. So he must have landed in a private jet, and it was parked up here, and all you could see is just seriously about 20-30 flashing police cars. So that was the reason it was delayed, but it was pretty cool to see. Anyway, let's go flying. Check this airport out. So this is the default chopper, by the way, in X-Plane. You get with X-Plane. It's quite weird flying a chopper because I'm using the same joystick and throttle that I do for flying my aircraft, but the joystick is reversed because obviously with the helicopter you pull on lever, so I guess it's just simulating that. Yeah, this scenery here for freeway is just amazing. It really is amazing. And to think, I mean, you know, even though I'm streaming and I'm losing some frames by streaming, it's still sort of averaging around the 30 FPS mark, which is amazing for this level of detail. It really is incredible. That smoke though, that is that needs to go. Just it looks very unhealthy. I never really tried landing on that ship there. I wonder if it's actually a solid object. We could always try, can't we? I think what would make flying helicopters much easier in Sims is it looks like there's a helipad. Is having something like Track IR, because this is the thing, you need to be able to very quickly just look around so you can see where you are in relation to where you're going to land. But it's quite hard with this slow hat switch. It looks as though I could land on that, but I really don't know if it's a 3D object, solid object even, should I say. There's one way to find out. I have a feeling I'm just going to sink when I try and land on there. Ooh. Yep. I had a feeling that might be the case. That's okay. I know there's I think there's a, yeah, I think I did a video previously. There's a helipad on top of one of those skyscrapers there, so we can just go and try and land there. Looks like there's some fishing boat down there. Give him a fright. And a cruise ship. That's cool. The smoke on the boat looks good. have a look, see if there's a helipad on there, but again, it might not actually be. Yeah, there it is on the front. Reminds me of the one in FSX. Oops. That was a bit sharp. Can try it. Pretty certain it's going to be transparent again, but we won't know unless we try. Hang on a minute, that boat is moving, is it not? Or is it the illusion of the water? I think it is. That was a bit freaky. Is it moving? Can't. It's hard to tell. Well, if I stop here, then we can see if it's moving in relation to the scenery. It is moving. I thought it was my imagination that was spinning me right out. See, that's the annoying thing. Yeah, that I'm not going to be able to land on that. I can see that it's not solid. That's okay. We'll just carry on towards the city. There's a big shipyard here. I didn't notice that actually when we went to Boston, but I guess I didn't really come this side of Boston to notice it. So tempting, but I think that's also going to be transparent. So this is going to be embarrassing. Trying to land on top of this building on a live stream. What's the bets I'm going to crash? Thank you, Tony. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you again soon. Let's have a look, see what we can do. God, this is really... Whoa. Okay, which way is the wind direction? I need to go that way. I need to come in the other. The only thing is there's that bit of building there. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Probably need this view now. Whoa! That was very, very heavy. Whoa, I'm going to fall off the edge there. Let's come back a little bit. Come back, come back. It's so sensitive. It's ridiculous. Look at that. If I just turn slightly, it's really dramatic. Let's apply the brakes. Whew, that was tiring. So, Pastor, this is Boston. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty high up. That's a pretty cool view, isn't it, with the traffic in the background. Just noticed those big turbines there on top of the building. That's cool. Yeah, so that landing, not exactly center, is it? Could have been worse. So let's head back towards the airport and land this thing. So it's a short stream tonight, guys. So what are we on so far? I think, well, I guess I've lost track of time now because it got cut off in between. But it may be a couple of hours. It's probably long enough, isn't it, guys? But I have to prepare. So tomorrow evening I'll be heading to Heathrow to fly to Dubai for 2 weeks. So I still have to pack and goodness what else. I normally leave things like that last minute. It's amazing scenery, really. It's very impressive for freeware. I mean, all these are 3D objects, as you can see. Let's turn up the light a little bit and see it a bit better. Yeah, that cruise ship, it's already, I mean, it's moving quite slow, but you can see it's leaving for somewhere. How it's doing 30 frames and more, it's just really amazing. When I used to fly in FSX and P3D with this, you know, payware stuff, there's no way it would be this smooth. There's so much detail. That's interesting. Let's see that. Never noticed that before. Sort of GA aircrafts there lined up. It's definitely not supposed to be like that. Thank you, William. I'll be back in 2 weeks. It's going to be a bit strange not doing any videos or streaming for 2 weeks. I've sort of got used to this and I quite enjoy it. The texture quality as well is just amazing. It really is amazing. Look at that cracked runway. They need to sort out their runways there. Taxi. Do you think someone tried to take off from the taxiway so they had to write in big letters taxi? It's there for a reason. I don't mind flying helicopters. It's pretty good fun. Completely different flying planes. It's a bit more challenging, isn't it? I'm sure this is not allowed in real life, by the way. Just a helicopter hovering around apron. There you go, you get a pretty good view of the airport. What's going on here? Amazing, level of detail is just incredible. Those two ships gonna hit. Right, let's get this thing down. Yeah, we'll land it by FedEx, I think. Right, American Airlines Cargo. That'll do. Wonder if that guy's gonna do the hand signals. No. We'll run him over instead. Oh, that's see, I'm trying to get used to this throttle because it's reversed. So when I think I'm gonna cut the throttle, cut the engine, I'm doing the exact opposite. I'm giving it more power. Whoa, that's definitely not a good ending. I do think that they need to, it just seems a little bit too sensitive, the helicopters and X-plane. They definitely need to, maybe they are supposed to be like that. We're just not very good pilots. Yeah, I think it was just I'm not a very good pilot, because you just have to be very gentle with a helicopter. Just there you go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that slightly unusual stream, guys. Andy, Beta 9. Well, that's bad timing, isn't it? I'll probably download it and just check it out for a couple of minutes and see if any improvements with performance. But thanks for letting us know. That's very useful. Yes, Pate. I think. Sorry, if that's not how you pronounce it. Yes, you can reverse the throttle, but it just means doing it every time I fly a chopper. But I guess I should. It makes more sense, doesn't it, to just do that? But yeah, you definitely can in the settings. That ship is very slow. I'll tell you what, I would not want to go on a cruise if it's that slow. I'm sure we've spent about half an hour flying around Boston, and it's moved a quarter of a mile. And nothing there. And these guys, I guess they're fishing down here. Yeah, but yeah, as I say, thank you guys for joining the stream. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It'll just mean next time I'm streaming or upload a video, you get to see it. But yeah, apart from that, as I say, I'm off to Dubai tomorrow night, and I'm thinking of streaming, not streaming, but doing some vlogs, some cool things that I see in Dubai. Especially stuff, you know, with the aviation side of things, you know, the flight, Airbus 380, airport, that sort of thing. I'll give it a go. Some of you might not enjoy that kind of thing, but there's no harm in trying it. And if you guys like that sort of thing, maybe I can do some more whilst I'm out in Dubai. But thank you all for joining, and I hope to see you all again soon. Take care. Bye.